So today it's raining, and I can feel it in my sinuses, and I can feel it in my neck. And so I'm gonna stretch out my neck, and I'll mirror you. I'm going to the left. I'm taking my neck to the left, and I'm putting this hand, my left hand. Oh, anyway, You're looking for this. Is so obvious. You're looking for this place right here. It's I can't even talk and do this at the same time. It's big. If this is not big for you, you might want to try experimenting with this hand. Like take it, oh, like that, or back. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So now we're going forward, and we're gonna put our hands behind our head and just push up against our hands and feel this stretch going down the neck. I love this one. I call this the computer stretch. It's so good. And start coming into your breath. Okay, and then going this way. So move slowly. And the hand on top of the head is not necessary. I just like it. It's just, oh my god. And it's gonna change depending on where your chin is facing. You can make like little micro movements with your chin. By the way, this much that I've done so far, I'm sure you could figure this out, that you could do this in a chair. It doesn't have to be about sitting on the ground. If this arm wants to do something, then I can. Oh man. Okay. And then we're just gonna go back and forth. This is an inhale. We're gonna inhale to the side, and then we're gonna exhale down. And do this a few times. Exercise videos like from the 80s and stuff, which I love, um, feature going all the way around. And some yoga classes will tell you to go all the way around too. I like to go back and forth better because that the moving the neck backwards thing is a pretty sensitive thing for a lot of people. I'm going to talk about that more in a second. It's a sensitive thing for me. All right, next time your head comes up, you're going to put your hands behind you with your fingers pointing towards your hips. Take your shoulders up to your ears, back and down the back. Here we're getting into the shoulders. See that? I just opened up my whole heart, my whole lungs, and I'm turning you. Stay right there. See, like this. That's what we're doing. And it's about the neck, but it's about the front part of the neck. And the next few poses that we're going to do are going to be this pose, but we're going to move it up, kind of from the heart, deeper up into the throat and the neck. And here you're breathing. Okay, I'm turning. You don't have to turn. We're going to come down and do the same pose on your forearms. Take your shoulders up to your ears, back and down the back. And then, so here we start to get into some neck stuff, right? For people who are sensitive in the neck area, you're not going to be able to do that. And we're moving towards a pose called fish. And yoga teachers throw fish into all kinds of classes. And it's important to me as a neck issue person that you know that you don't have to move your neck back in order to do fish pose. Like this one here, I got my neck, I'm okay. I'm just like this. I am at a point now with my neck stuff where I can go back, but I couldn't do this for a really long time. So if you can't do it, don't worry about it. It's coming, okay? And if you can do it, great. All right, so here's fish. Here's how I like it. I like to sit on my hands and take my shoulders back and down the back, and maybe the head goes back here. Now, like I was saying before, if your fish means having your head up, that's fine. But like, see this nice back bend that I'm still doing? See if you can get the upper back bend. You could put a block behind your head if you want to, or you can come back like this. Some people like to have their hands further down their thighs. I'm putting most of my weight in my elbows here, and really just like breathing into my throat is a 5th chakra pose and a 4th chakra pose. Yeah, so I want to say something controversial about fish, which is how you get out. All right, a lot of people say you got to lift up your neck and then come down like that. That's probably the safest way. But for me, as a neck issue person, that hurt really bad. So I just kind of like to ease out like that. However you get out of that pose, make sure you're being good to yourself. Hug your knees into your body. Yeah. And rock side to side. I have some more neck stuff that I could do. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna do maybe one more neck thing. Let's roll up like this. And come to a tabletop. Spread your fingers apart wide and inhale to a cow. Lift up your belly, melt your heart forward. Exhale, cat tuck, belly button to the spine, spine to the ceiling. Inhale, cow lift. Activity completed. No, it's totally not. Exhale, cat tuck. Come back to your tabletop. All right. These intervals are 45 seconds. This is the one I want to show you, Snake. Okay. You're going to grab your heels with your hands. You're going to put your head on the ground, and you're going to roll up, holding most of the weight in your arms. You're holding almost all of your body weight in your arms. And if you do this right, you can get a really good stretch up into your shoulders and the back of your neck. It looks like I'm doing some stuff with my head here. I'm really not. My head is just kind of sitting on the ground, and my toes are just kind of sitting on the ground. It's all about my stretching out my back, upper back, and my neck. This is called rabbit pose. It's awesome. I'm going to show you headstand. Let's do headstand, okay? You're going to clasp your hands like this. You're going to set your head down in between your hands, and you've got like maybe 1 pound of pressure on your head, and then you're going to straighten your legs. This is headstand prep. If you want to come all the way up, you can, but you don't have to. You could have your feet on the ground and still be doing headstand, right? I am like getting a bunch of text, and I am upside down. Now this pose, importantly, is not about my head. I'm not resting on my body weight on my head. I'm resting my body weight on my arms. And that's why I, as a neck issue person, can do this. It took me a long time, though. I had to build up quite a bit of shoulder strength and arm strength to be able to do it with integrity. All right, come into a child's pose. Put your forehead on the floor and breathe. Did you hear the thunder? We're getting thunderstorms, and as I said, I'm somebody who can feel, like I can feel weather in my head. So that's why I wanted to stretch out my neck. And so these videos are obviously, I'm going to try and do this a lot, and they are totally informal. You see my messy house. You see me making this up as I go. But, you know, maybe I'll get to a point where I kind of understand this medium. And in the meantime, that was a little bit of neck yoga for you. Enjoy.